Fiance, 32M, just threatened me, 23F, with a months long of silent treatment. This all started over Thanksgiving weekend when we went over to a friend's house that lives over 8 hours away to spend Thanksgiving with them. Everything was fine up until Saturday morning when we woke up later in the day, and I was starving. I woke up and told him I wasn't feeling well. He told me to go hop in the shower, and he'll get in after me so we can go up to the main house, where our friends live. They have a huge property, so it's about a 2-minute drive from where we were staying. I did exactly that, and after he got up to shower, he told me we should just go on our run now before we start our day. I was annoyed because I'm starving and am feeling lightheaded, and I just showered. Not that it's a problem to run and shower again, but it's already noon, and it was our last full day there, as Sunday we had to travel back to our city. He says I got a horrible attitude after, and he starts getting angry and telling me how much I piss him off and how tired he is of my bullshit, attitude, and emotional bitch fits. He then proceeds to yell at me and telling me everything I've been doing fucked up to him and how I ruined our trip and how I make him so miserable. Now we've done silent treatment in the past. He's done it to me, and I hate it. We spent the rest of that day not speaking to each other, and our friends noticed. We drove back not talking either, and last night I asked him if we were doing this for the rest of the week, or could we talk. He proceeds to yell and get angry some more and tell me that he's sick of my attitude. He's sick of living with a raging hormonal bitch. He told me to grow up and then said we can do silent treatment for the rest of the month. I'm already crying at this point. I will say I know I have an attitude problem, and I do feel shitty on how I've been treating him, and I take full accountability for my actions. It's not fair or healthy living like this, but he doesn't want to talk. He's just completely silent, doesn't care what I have to say. So now we've started the month-long silent treatment, and I honestly don't know how I'm going to do a month without speaking to him and living under the same roof. Silent treatment doesn't work with me. All it makes me is angry and makes me put my wall up and be cautious with him. Is silent treatment ever okay or acceptable? He's abusing you, and there's a reason he's dating someone 10 years younger. Girl, run. Why are you engaged to a man 9 years older than you who thinks verbal abuse and silent treatment is appropriate? His behavior and this relationship is toxic, and you deserve better. He doesn't love you or even like you. He just wants to control you. Get your shit together and leave him. Holy, you have an attitude problem? Girl, you woke up starving. He tells you to take a shower, and you do it. He then tells you that you're going on a run, and you're going to do that, despite being hungry. And oh, you have opinions. Is that what your attitude problem is? The silent treatment is never okay. It's manipulative, it's abusive, it's immature. The name-calling is also all of those things. You're in an abusive relationship, and there's a reason why he's decided to go for someone so much younger. Do you know you can just not marry him? He went after somebody a decade younger for bad reasons. You are living the bad reasons. This is a recognizable pattern. You are 23 and starting to grow past the teen years and into adulthood. He is a decade older than you, and who he is now is pretty much who he will always be. He doesn't like that you are finding your own voice and using it instead of letting him make all the decisions. This punishment of his is because he's treating you like a child, not an equal. He would never do this to someone he respected. Furthermore, the fact that he thinks it is acceptable to treat anyone like this is concerning. How would he treat children? The really good thing about him being a fiancé is that it's a hell of a lot easier and cheaper to cancel a wedding than get a divorce. We've started the month-long silent treatment, face screaming in fear. There is, I'm giving you the silent treatment because I'm upset/angry and not mature enough to deal with it. Not great. And there is, I'm giving you the silent treatment because I'm a bully and I want to punish you and make you suffer. Monstrous and abusive. This man does not own you. You don't have to participate in his punishment of you. You can opt out of his abuse and this relationship. I highly recommend you do that. Pack up your stuff while he's at work and go to a friend. And don't be swayed by apologies, crying, professions of love, or any other BS. If he loved you, he would not treat you like this. If he was a decent human being who didn't love you, he would not treat you like this. I, 28F, accidentally ruined a Christmas gift from my husband, 30M. What now? I accidentally saw a Christmas gift my husband of 8 years bought me, and it is something I wanted that was quite pricey. But he ordered them in too big of a size. He ordered this on eBay, which is how I saw it by mistake. We share an account, and the seller has a no returns policy per their account. I am not sure what to do. Do I let him know ahead of time, or do I wait for Christmas Day? Do I sell them and get the size I need? No idea what to do. Trying not to be too specific, but they are shoes for a sport that I do, and I can't use them if they aren't my size. You pretend you didn't see them and wait till Christmas, and pretend to be surprised, then realize they aren't the right size. You can't return them either way, so might as well save him the trouble. Thank him for the gift, let him know it doesn't fit after you try it on, or just read the size and pretend shock that it doesn't fit you so it can still be unopened box, and then try to recover some cost before buying the size that fits you. Or you can go ahead and let him know that you saw that since you two share an account, and say that it's the wrong size right now. Here's hoping it was intended for you, because if it was for someone else, that would be a little bit awkward. The person on eBay said no returns. Contact and ask about an exchange if unopened for correct size. You paying shipping. Most eBayers, if they have the correct size, will be happy to do an exchange. It's good for business. And doesn't hurt business. When asking, explain details how much appreciate husband's gift. And just don't want him upset. Lay it on thick. This man couldn't bother to go into your closet and double-check your shoe size? If you are going to sell them to rebuy them in your size, then you should wait until Christmas Day. Have you tried discreetly contacting the vendor? If you are going to buy a new pair and are willing to pay the return postage for an unopened item, they might be amenable. Other than that, if it's affordable, buy the right size and find a point to swap the items and put the others in a charity shop or car boot sale. This one easily falls within white lie territory, but also, if you tell him all about it a couple of days later and explain how you wanted to make sure his Christmas wasn't upset, perhaps he'll just melt. I would. How will I, 24M, ever forgive my girlfriend? 23F. Too long did not read. Girlfriend has been lying about attraction to coworker, and I found out it was WAYY more than just an attraction. So, I made a post a while ago onto here about how my girlfriend of 6 years admitted to me, after I had to find out myself and confront her, that she had an attraction to a coworker. This happened after I found pictures of him and her at lunches, and she had them in a hidden folder, where she usually kept her pics for me. After I found these pictures, she actually tried lying for a few days, telling me it was for gossiping with coworkers. Finally, after 2 days of me not speaking to her and confronting again, she said it was an attraction, and that he would never feel the same way, and it was one way. So after we talked, we agreed no more lunches together, and overall to stop talking to him at work so much. Fast forward 1 or 2 weeks, it took me a while to get over it. But I did. She even tried getting mad at me when I said her feelings for him were more than an attraction. So, I went through her phone again, and I find a new picture of him and her at lunch in her deleted photos. So, next day I woke up kind of mad NGL. And I did something I truly hated doing. But since she was constantly lying to me, I decided to slightly open the top of her diary and read the top of the pages, solely looking for her coworker's name. I know this is sincerely fucked up and wrong, but I found his name in it pretty instantly, so I called her and told her when she is home to open the diary. She agreed to. And when she got home, she cut it open. She supposedly forgot the password. And I read it, and to be honest, I really wish I didn't. She didn't have an attraction for him. She was dead-ass falling in love with him slowly, lol. Her excuse was that our relationship wasn't in the best times, and she felt resentment towards me for a situation that happened back in December of last year. Also would love to mention, the situation in December was me accusing her of cheating, different person. That's so her response to me thinking she cheated was to just go right ahead and gain feelings for another guy. Thumbs up, medium light skin tone. The diary made me fucking sick. She talked about how she would never cheat on me, but would fuck the shit out of him. And how he would only fuck 3 girls in his store, and he wouldn't tell her the last one. And how he played a song called Sex by 1975 for her. After looking up the lyrics, I want to fucking throw up. And to be honest, the sexual thoughts only gained stronger and stronger, then out of nowhere stopped. Which is what I'm worried about. She said she had those feelings for a few months, but never gives me a genuine answer. She has told me during this whole thing that she loves me, not him. And that she would never do anything to hurt me, and it was all in her thoughts, and she would write all of this about him to forget it. And that she has never cheated or been close to it. It's been about 2-3 weeks since I've learned all of this, and to be honest, I still don't trust her. I told her trust is needing to be rebuilt, RN, and it's fucking ridiculous we have to after being together for over 5 years. NGLRN, I'm the worst I've been at mentally, Just started a new job as a manager. Now having to deal with this, I just feel like my life is falling apart and I don't know the truth of anything anymore. And she's not helping at all. Literally during this past few weeks, she's been saying how bad she feels for even putting me through this, and she has none to talk to because she doesn't want comfort from me. I told her straight up already. Don't come to me for comfort about this. Just a day ago, she was crying to me about how she feels the resentment, and how she knows I will never be able to forgive her for this. And to be honest, I feel like she's right. How am I ever supposed to forgive/forget this? Do I think she cheated? Ick. If these feelings lasted months, then there's a lot of extra notes missing or something, because the diary is only about a month and a half of her lusting over him. But I do think if she did, she would never tell me. I just feel like we're in too deep in the relationship, almost 6 years together, apartment together, cats, furniture. Plus she has no car, no savings. And to be honest, if I moved out and left her, she would be kind of fucked. She emotionally cheated on you with this coworker, and she has feelings for him too. So I don't understand how and why you believe her that she loves you. People in love don't do what she keeps doing. Dump her, or you will find worse betrayal soon enough. Also, as long as they still work together, then she is still cheating on you with him. Move out. Leave her alone and get a woman that loves you. Bro, you are 24. Go out, make your life like you want it, but don't waste time on that chick. She isn't worth a dime. Having an attraction can happen, but she nourished the feeling more and more instead of backing off. Did she cheat? You cannot know for sure, but it is a big possibility. Her financial comfort is not your problem. Your problem is if you want to keep her as a potential life partner, someone who falls in love with other men. Honestly, brother, it's time to move on to greener pastures. Good luck out there, the dating market is ass. Honestly, at this point it doesn't really matter if she cheated on you or not. There is no trust in your relationship, and you both resent each other. Quit wasting precious time on a relationship that is already over. Cut your losses and move on. You won't feel you can trust her as long as she works with him. She emotionally cheated, for sure, and for women that's a big deal. You guys got together as teenagers, sounds like she really wants to explore being with other people. Grant each other that wish and break up. Not every relationship is supposed to last forever. My partner F28 is not understanding my M28 financial position, and it is destroying our relationship. There has always been a financial difference in our relationship. She has come from a middle-class family and earns a very good wage for our location. She is in a senior management role at a young age and earns nearly twice, and at times triple, my salary. I am very proud of her for this, and am not bitter about it at all. The problem is that she doesn't seem to understand the financial difference. She bought a flat, and from when we met, until about a year ago, so, 4.5 years, we split things 50-50, and I was not able to cope. I told her I couldn't keep up with her, and after many arguments with her getting upset, she agreed to split things income-based, so she pays 60%, and I pay 40% of household bills, mortgage. However, every holiday or renovation we have done, I have had to pay her back over a period of months or years, as I couldn't afford to pay for it, as I never have enough for savings. We recently moved up in the world and bought a house. We can afford it. We bought it, but during the process there was lots of fights with me trying to save money for savings, which I got asked, why do you need savings anyway? After moving in, we have had to get heating and windows put in. My payments that I owe her for a holiday and renovations end in December, and will get an extra $300 a month. The heating and windows will cost me roughly $100 per month, paying towards a grant we got. She also, however, wants a new kitchen. I have put my foot down and said, if we get the kitchen, that will come to a total of $300 a month I will be paying again, and I need savings as I don't have any. After monthly expenses, she saves $800 a month and puts $250 into a private pension. I said if we do this, we can't go on holidays as I need financial security, as I can't afford to fix my car and don't have any money for emergencies. She says I am not being fair, as we should be able to do nice things. I told her we own a house now. We can't live like we did when we had minimal outgoings. We have to be realistic. I may have spoken out of turn, but we have had this argument multiple times, and I said, I'm sorry I don't make enough money to live the lifestyle you want to live. She said that's not fair, but I tried to point out to her that by doing the things she wants to do, it puts me further and further into debt with her or with a bank. I don't know what to do anymore, as personally, it's not even about the money. It's about her lack of respect or acknowledgement to my situation, and I don't find it reasonable her saying that I am not being fair. When I can't save $200 a month, when she is comfortably saving over $1K of her salary after expenses, but is expecting me to go on expensive holidays and do major refurbishment works, 6 months into our house, which is supposed to be our forever home. Can I save this relationship? Is there anything I can do to make her see things from my point without being called unfair or selfish, and then crying when she doesn't get her way? What relationship is there to save? Your partner doesn't respect you, and worse, she manipulates the FCK out of you about money. She would rather see you drown financially than pay her equal share. She puts $1,150 per month away for short and long-term savings, but then scoffs at why you need savings? She's socking away $13,800 a year. Also, why were you contributing towards renovations on a property she owned? If she owned, you rent from her, with your rent being 50% of market rent. I'm not exactly sure why you would want to continue a life with someone like this. Say it simply like this: I don't want us to fight about money. I just need a bit more security so we can build our life together without getting into debt. I'm really proud of how hard you work, and I just want us to be a team that plans things in a way that feels comfortable for both of us. There are 4 options I can see. 1. You start splitting based on percent of earnings, so she pays 66%, and you pay 33% if she makes 3x your salary. 2. You stay at 50-50, but then your lifestyle changes to what's affordable on your salary. 3. You keep the current payments, but anything she wants to do that you can't afford, like the kitchen or expensive trips, she pays completely herself. 4. You decide there are irreconcilable differences with your finances and break up. In short, no. You have clearly communicated how you feel, and she is choosing to ignore it. You're homeowners at 28, which is more than a lot of people have at your age. It's normal to have to balance things and forego expensive holidays until you're both financially comfortable. The more you give, the more she'll want. The lack of respect she has for your needs is a huge red flag. It sounds like you two are financially incompatible and that she doesn't really have a sense of long-term financial strategy. If you plan to try and save the relationship, then I would get in front of a financial planner and maybe have a professional kind of knock some sense into the situation. But otherwise, I think it was a very silly idea to buy a house with someone who isn't clued into your financials. I don't think you can save the relationship. You can make a last-ditch effort with couples counseling, but it sounds like you are too different from a financial aspect of things. I am a woman who sometimes emotionally cries, but her crying when she doesn't get her way would really piss me off. I would choose to be done with this.